I don't care if you're 13 or 62 watching this video. This is probably the most important advice that you're gonna hear. I'm gonna be so blunt and real with y'all because y'all need it. But I work on my assignments 6 hours before they do. Participate in your classes. Don't date when you're in high school. Life is gonna continue with or without you.
Swing my bad, she swing my way. This like practice. SpongeBob.
Hello beautiful, if you are new to this channel, my name is Sarah Guava, but if you're not new here and you are a returning subscriber, how are you doing, bestie? I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I hope you are currently preparing for back to school season, whether you are just started school, because I know some of y'all in America, y'all already started school. They don't start till September. So yeah, so even if you're not a freshman, even if you're in college, you're in high school, middle school, I feel like whatever grade you are in, I feel like this could literally apply to anybody. So I am gonna like kind of break this video up into like 3 sections. So I'm gonna be talking about your academics, friends and social life, and your well-being. So to start off with academics, my first advice that I would tell you guys, and I feel like this is the most important advice out of all this video. I don't care if you're 13 or 62 watching this video, this is probably the most important advice that you're gonna hear, and it's gonna follow you when you're older, okay? Start developing healthy habits. Okay, if you are just entering high school, the habits that you are creating now, good or bad, they're gonna follow you into your later years of life. So I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? I am the laziest person I know. I am the most procrastinating person I know. Like, it's really bad. And I told myself, you know what, Sarah, like, you're not gonna be procrastinating. Like, when you in college and it's more serious, you know, your procrastination ain't gonna be that bad. Babes, it was bad. Why y'all think I'm in summer school? Because the habits you are developing now when you're 13, 14, if you don't break those bad habits, or if you're not developing good habits now, they will follow you later in life. So if you take anything from this video, start developing good habits, okay? I'm gonna be so blunt and real with y'all because y'all need it. Y'all been used to people sugarcoating things. I'm just like, no, if you're lazy, stop it and get up your ass, okay? Like I'm being so serious, because I wish somebody told me at an earlier point in my life to that laziness will truly destroy you, because babes, it almost destroyed me. If you have a habit of sleeping late, don't sleep late. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's not cool saying to your friends the next day, oh yeah, I barely got any sleep, I went to sleep at 3 a.m. Nobody cares, bro. Like, when you're older, the real flex in life is actually getting a full 8 hours of sleep. The next advice I have, get a planner. Have some type of time management skills. Like, it honestly helps with when it comes to organizing your week, seeing what due dates that you have. Usually what my school does, I don't know if it's the same for everything, but usually like at the beginning of class, first week of class, they'll give you like a whole, what is it, a syllabus? I don't know, they'll give you like a whole entire page or two with how the semester is gonna plan out, assignments that you have due this week, all the due dates, all that stuff. So I suggest that for like the first half of the semester that you write out all your due dates in your planner, so that you know when your assignments are coming up. Because honestly, when it comes to most assignments, most teachers be telling you the assignments like 2 months before they're due. But I work on my assignments 6 hours before they do. I'm gonna just like show y'all my planner. So I do have an iPad. This is how I usually like plan and organize my week. So yeah, this is just kind of like how my month is right now. So I know of all my due dates, I know when I have work, I know when my exams are coming up. I also plan YouTube in here, knowing when I want to upload a video and all that stuff. Yeah, you don't need to get an iPad honestly, but if you do have a money for an iPad, I do highly suggest that you buy an iPad for school. It's actually very much helpful. So yeah, a planner is a really great way to like organize your time, know when your due dates are coming up, so all that time. So definitely like have time management skills, and having a planner and a way to like organize your schedule properly is a great way. So the next advice that I have when it comes to like your academics, all that stuff, is ask your teacher for help. If you need help, ask your teachers. That's what your teacher are there for. That's what your teacher is getting paid to do. Like, they're getting paid to teach you, so you might as well, you know, take it to the full advantage. Because let's say if you're like struggling with math and like you have a test next week and like you're too scared to ask your teacher because you're gonna say, oh, I still have like a week to study, you know, like I can just, you know, just study on my own, and like when the test comes you have no idea what you're doing because you didn't ask for help. Okay, like there's so many like resources out there that you can use. But for everyone who's going into college, take advantage of all the resources that they have, because babes, you are paying for it. Because when you get to college, you are literally paying for everything. So take advantage of all the resources that your college provides. Okay, honestly, like if you need help with something, it's so important to ask your teacher. If you need an extension, if you like email your professor, you email your teacher like 2 or 3 days before saying, hey, like there's a lot going on this week, can I get an extension on their assignment? They'll most likely give it to you because they've been in your shoes. They know how it's like to be a student. Literally this week, bro, this week, because like literally this week it literally happened to me when I asked my teacher for an extension. So like I have like 2 group presentations that I have to do this week, and I literally had like an assignment due today. But like 2 days ago I emailed my teacher saying, hey, like I need an extension for this assignment. You know, I have 2 group presentations that are a big part of my mark, and I just get an extension. And like, bro, you know what she did? She literally extended it to like Sunday for the whole entire class. So not only are you helping yourself asking your teacher for your help and getting an extension, you're also helping your other students who are too scared to ask the teacher for help. The next advice that I have, and this advice is actually really important, y'all: participate in your classes. Go to your classes, okay? But like if they see that, you know, you're trying in the class, you're asking questions, you're participating, you're answering and all that stuff, you're being interactive in the class, and let's say when it's finals, you know, you have like a 77, which is like B plus here in Ontario, Canada. Babes, I guarantee you they'll take that 77, 78 and boost it to an 80%. Because I had teachers tell me that they consider like participation is like part of your mark when you are in high school. And my next advice is have an idea of what college you want to go to, what major you want to do. Because trust me, when it comes to high school, your 4 years go by so fast. So like it's never too early to start looking at colleges, universities, knowing what program you want to do. Cause like there's like, I remember when I was back in high school, like there were so many like juniors and seniors that had simply had no idea like what they wanted to do. And if you're still at that stage, like you're a senior or you're a junior and like you still don't know what to do, like don't feel pressured by society to have your life figured out. Because babes, you're like what, 16, 17, 18, like you still have your life ahead of you. But one thing I would say is this, because most of the time when you don't know what you want to do, you know what you don't want to do, you feel me? Because I knew ever since like middle school, I knew I did not want to be a doctor at all. I didn't want to be a lawyer, I didn't want to be a nurse, I didn't want to do none of that. So like I did not take science classes if it was not needed. Don't take physics if you don't need it. Don't take biology, don't take chemistry if you do not genuinely need those classes to graduate or need those classes in your field. Don't take them. My next advice is if your school offers a co-op or like a work placement, pretty much a co-op placement is like when like you can go to like a workplace, and when you're in high school student, you're able to work at the workplace and you can receive college credit for that. So if your school offers a co-op education, co-op placement, take advantage of it, because it's a perfect way of knowing if you want to be in this field or if you don't want to be in this field. I know, like my lash tech, she said that she wanted to be a teacher, and she did a co-op placement at a elementary school, and she ended up hating it. Okay, so what if like she didn't have that placement and she ended up going to like university for like childcare, and then like when she graduated she realized that's not what she wanted to do, but she had the opportunity early on when she was still in high school to know that this is not what I want to do, and she got her high school credits from it. So definitely, if your school offers a co-op placement, take it. So the next category we will be talking about when it comes to freshman high school college advice is social life. So this one right here, this can kind of fit into the academic section and social life category. So a tip that I have for you guys is to make a group chat with all of your classmates. So like have a group chat for your English class, your gym class, your science class, your math class, because trust me, it is a great way to not only make friends but to like know of any assignments due. You guys can like remind each other of the homework, any questions about an assignment. Because I know like when I was in my first semester, like we had like a Discord of like all of like the business students, and like it honestly really helped me a lot with some of the subjects I was lacking it. So definitely make a group chat of your classes. Okay, my next tip, and this is probably a really important tip in this category, is don't fall into the wrong crowd and do not chase popularity. Because trust me, 10 years from now, whoever's popular in high school is not gonna matter. You don't want to be one of those people where their peak moment, the highest point in their life was when they're in high school. Nah, babe, you want your highest point in your life to be like when you're like 27, you bought your own house, you have your dream car, you are CEO of a business at this young age. You want to be at the peak in your life when you're like later on in life. Because trust me, bro, like I'm telling you, like I'm out of high school, I'm in college right now. Everything that's happening in my high school right now, bro, I do not care. Like I know like when you're young and like you just want to be popular, you want people to know you and all that stuff, but trust me, it's not gonna matter when you are out in the real world. People ain't gonna care that you had 4,000 followers on Instagram and that you were the popular kid in high school. Like honestly, like it really does not matter. And also, do not fall into the wrong crowd. Like don't surround your people who are out here like wilding in these streets, getting drunk, getting high, all that stuff. Because trust me, I'm gonna give an example. So one of my friends, when she was in grade 9, 10 and 11, she was caught up in the wrong crowd. Like she was really out here in the streets. She was hanging out with people who did drugs, did all of this, and she was considered one of the popular girls, okay? And her being in the wrong crowd, she ended up like failing some of her classes, getting 50s and 60s, and just like not caring about school. But during quarantine, she did a 180 in her life. She gave her life to cry. So yeah, so when she was entering her senior year of high school, like she realized that like her like hanging around the wrong crowd, not going to class, barely trying in school, like it really took an impact on her, because the classes she wanted to take and the university she wanted to go to, she was not going to be able to go in with her grades like that. So you know what she did? Girl, I'm so proud of this girl. Girl, if you're watching this, you know who you are, okay? She ended up redoing the classes that she needs to take. So she had to take like night school, she had to do summer school, and like she bossed, she grind and all that stuff. I'm telling y'all, she went from getting 50s to 60s in grade 9, 10 and 11 to graduating with a 90% average in grade 12. And now she's literally going to one of the top schools in the country. So yeah, just like be careful who you hang around with, because iron sharpens iron. Like you may be like a good girl, you get good classes, but like if you're hanging around people who constantly spread drama, they're out here doing stuff they're not supposed to do, they drink, they out here having sex, they out here doing all that stuff, like people are gonna associate you with that. Yeah, you may be a great person, but the people who you hang around with, you will eventually become them. So if you don't want to be associated with all that type of stuff, surround your people with what you want to be associated with. Another tip is be careful who you're telling your business to, okay? Not everybody and their mama need to know what you're going through. Because let's say if you have a friend who is constantly gossiping, spreading drama, all that stuff, she's always constantly talking about somebody else. Like she always got the tea on what's happening to Bob, Billy, and Joe. Okay, and she's constantly gossiping to you. They are most likely gossiping about you to somebody else. So be careful for those friends who constantly gossip. My next tip is to join the clubs, do the sports, go to the pep rally, go to the parties, certain parties, if not all the parties, because some parties they just be out here wilding. Get involved in your school. My junior year and my senior year, it was pretty much all ruined because of COVID, so I really had like 2 full years of high school, and I wish I took advantage of that. And especially when you are in grade 9 and you don't know anybody, joining like the clubs and the sports, like it is a great way to make friends and to like get yourself out there too. So definitely be involved in your school. My next advice is, if you are going into high school, is do not expect your friends from middle school or the friends you start off with in high school to be your friends by the end of high school. I can probably say only 2 people who I went to high school with and middle school with are the people I talk to still. The thing is, like, your middle school friends, like, it's okay if you lose them. Like, people grow apart. It's completely natural. Don't be clingy and hang on to those friendships, because when you are in high school, you're gonna meet so many other amazing people. And my next kind of social life topic is all about dating and boys and girls. Don't date when you're in high school. Don't. I would, if you don't even date till you're like 25, like if I'm being honest. I thought for myself, little old me at 16, I thought I was ready to date. No, I wasn't. Because when you think you're ready to date, you're really not ready to date. Like, I'm 18, about to turn 19, I'm still not ready to date. You feel me? Like, don't get caught up in wanting to be in a relationship. Don't get caught up in boys. Don't get caught up in girls. Like, focus on your studies, okay? I saw like this one like quote or tweet or whatever, and it said that like high school is where you find your bridesmaid. It's not where you find your groom, okay? So when you're in high school, the only relationships that you should be focusing on to friendships, okay? If you do decide to be in a relationship, be in a relationship for the right reasons. Don't be in a relationship because you are insecure and you don't love yourself. Don't be in a relationship because you see all your friends having boyfriends and you feel lonely and you feel like nobody loves you, so you're just with Billy, Bob, and Joe from across the street because you want to be a part of the crowd. Don't do that. And like, if you do decide to date, people don't need to know what's going on with you and your boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, everyone should know that y'all are together, but people don't need to know what's going on in a relationship, okay? Okay, so the next category of freshmen's advice we'll be talking about is your well-being. When it comes to high school, it's gonna take a whole toll on your mental health. If you're not doing okay, that's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be happy all the time, because we're human. There's things that go on in our lives that we're not happy about. But one thing that I would say, do not dwell in your sadness. Do not let your feelings and emotions consume you. Just have like 2 or 3 days. Have 72 hours to feel what you're feeling, and then the next day you have to get up and keep on moving forward. Because the hard thing that I had to learn this past year is that whether you like it or not, life is gonna continue with or without you. But I would say is find a good way to cope. Find a healthy coping mechanism. Do not go to food. Don't say, I eat food, that's my coping mechanism. That's just gonna end up involving you in like an eating disorder. Whether it's drawing, it's coloring, listening to music, journaling, just simply writing your emotions, talking to somebody you trust, If you are a Christian, I suggest when you are stressed to go to God. If you are in high school or you are in college and you aren't Christian, high school and college is the perfect way for the devil to attack you in any way, shape, or form. So this is the time where you really need to be strong in your faith and you really need to start growing and building your relationship with God more. Something I would suggest is journaling and talking to somebody you trust, whether that's your mom, your dad, brother, your best friend, your sister, or like you can even go and get a therapist if you need to. Just make sure you talk to someone and you're dealing with your emotions in a healthy manner. So yeah, that's just gonna wrap up my freshman advice video for today. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below, or feel free to DM me on Instagram. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, you subscribe if you haven't already, and you hit the bell. Remember that you are strong, you are beautiful, you are so loved, and you are fearless in the powerful and mighty name of Jesus. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Mwah.